Chapter 17. The Road to Nina. They left the clearing just after sunrise. The sky was a watercolor wash of indigo and gold, the last stars fading as Angel crouched low in the grass and extended her wings. Richard hesitated for only a breath before climbing onto her back, his arms instinctively wrapping around the base of her neck, just behind the ridge of her shoulders. "Are you sure this is safe?" he muttered. "No, but it is right." With a powerful thrust, she launched them skyward. The earth fell away in an instant, trees shrinking, mist scattering beneath them like smoke. Richard gasped, arms tightening, the wind rushing cold and sharp around them as the dragon's wings beat steady and strong against the dawn. From above, the forest looked endless, an emerald ocean of canopies and shadow, river veins winding through it like silver threads. And for the first time in days, maybe ever, Richard felt weightless. They flew in silence for a time. Anchil moved with grace and intent, her body slicing through the high currents. Occasionally she dipped lower, skimming the treetops, the tips of her wings brushing through the early light. "We're being watched," she said into his mind, voice calm but alert. Richard leaned forward slightly. "Fox or spirit?" "Neither. The forest itself. It remembers me. I'm not sure yet whether kindly." The miles passed beneath them. Eventually, she descended, wings folding as she landed softly in a glade where the trees arched like sentinels. Sunlight filtered through in golden bars. Richard slid down her side with more confidence than he felt and stretched stiff limbs. "We'll rest here?" he asked, already checking their surroundings. Briefly. "There's an old road not far from here. Witches once used it. It will take us closer to her." He nodded. "How much farther?" "Not long. A few hours by air. Less if we fly above the hills." She moved to the edge of the glade and dipped her head to drink from a stream, her reflection fractured in the ripples. Richard watched her, quiet, thoughtful. "Do you remember this forest?" he asked. "Parts. I avoided it once." "Dragons don't tread where witches walk. And now you're going to one." "Yes." When they rose into the air again, the forest changed below them, older, wilder. Gone were the gentle groves. Here, the trees were darker, taller, twisted with age. Mist clung to the trunks like secrets. The road she spoke of emerged in glimpses, a broken ribbon of stone, half swallowed by vines and thyme. As they flew, Richard's thoughts turned inward. He didn't say it aloud, but he was afraid. Afraid of what Nana might ask. Afraid of what it might cost Anchil to become human again. And afraid, most of all, that even if the witch offered them away, Anchil might choose not to stay. She felt his silence and spoke gently into his mind. "You're quiet." "I'm thinking." "About what?" He leaned into her, his voice barely carried on the wind. "About whether love is enough." They flew until late afternoon. When they found a cliffside clearing open to the western sky, she landed again. Richard slid from her back, and they rested there, Anchil curled in a crescent around the fire pit he built, wings tucked in tight, her breath low and steady. He pulled dried meat and herbs from his pack, cooking a stew that smelled of rosemary and smoked salt. As the pot bubbled, she watched him with fond amusement. "You always cook." He smiled. "It's the only magic I've got." They ate in companionable quiet, the fire crackling between them, stars beginning to blink into view above. "Do you regret it?" she asked. "What?" "Following me." "Leaving your home?" He stirred the pot once more, then looked across at her. "No, I regret not following sooner." She lowered her head beside him, the red stripe down her spine glinting in the firelight, the same red that had streaked through her hair when she'd been Rose. He reached out and rested his fingers along her jaw, where scale met softness. "You're still her," he said quietly. "Still Rose and Anchil, both. I want to be both." A pause. "With you." His throat tightened. "We'll find a way." Above them, the stars turned. They slept beside each other that night, dragon and man, fire between them and old magic waiting just beyond the horizon. Tomorrow they would find Nina and ask her if what they wanted, to choose, to change, to stay, could finally be theirs.